And it was like an answer to prayer for me of saying, oh my goodness, I want to do something that has purpose and has meaning. And I haven't been there for years now, and I want to get back there. So throughout my 20s, I was really successful personally, not financially, but personally in my career. I worked for nonprofits. I worked with at-risk youth in inner city, Appalachian, Kentucky, all over, and was very successful. I had documentaries done around my work, won a bunch of awards, and that was great. Unfortunately, as I left my 20s, I decided I was done working with high school students. I found myself adrift. I just ended up jumping from job to job. I was a broker for a while. I was a customer service rep for a while. I just kind of hopped all over, and I found myself saying, I know I have these skills that are really valuable. I just don't really know how to put them into practice. And I want something more. And out of nowhere, Robin on LinkedIn one day just messaged, hey, like the Purpose Promise. She didn't message me, just said, hey, like this page. And I said, what is the Purpose Promise? I get these all the time. And I clicked on it, and of course I got to hear John's story, got to read about the Purpose Promise, and it was like an answer to prayer for me of saying, oh my goodness, I want to do something that has purpose and has meaning. And so like for me, like I joined the Purpose Promise, and I went through the workbook and started figuring out what things really mattered for me. And then I talk it out with John, and we discuss it, and he'd really help me flesh out, okay, where do you think you can go with these ideas? How are you going to figure out a way to monetize this? What are some resources you could use? Which I really liked, because he wasn't necessarily saying, again, that I'm going to solve this. He's like, I'm going to help you talk through this, and then you're going to have to figure out where to go with it. And I'll just give you the fun ending to the story. I actually thought I was going to go in one direction. We kind of talked about me doing some sales work, and I ended up having a meeting with somebody who said, RP, you shouldn't go into sales, and you should think about something else. What do you like? And I said, I love Scrum. We had a big discussion about it, and I ended up receiving an offer from Kroger to become a Scrum Master. It was incredible. And you might say, well, the Purpose Promise failed. And I'd say, no. It succeeded. It did exactly what it was supposed to. It helped me figure out some ideas. I then took those ideas out to the market, found out some more discovery about myself, which led to essentially a dream job for me, which I wouldn't have gotten if I hadn't started down that journey with the Purpose Promise. There were definitely a few things in the Purpose Promise that surprised me. I think one of them that got me from the beginning was money mattered more to me than I realized, because I have a wife and I have 2 kids and I need to support them. And John was really good about affirming to me, that's okay. Like, wanting to make a salary that allows you to provide for your family is not a bad thing. And it helped me really kind of wash out a bunch of jobs I've been looking at that paid me far below what I could. And he said, you should do that, because in 6 months, you're gonna be unhappy because you're not making enough to support your family. And I really valued saying, hey, providing for your family matters. In addition, I also found it really helped me flesh out things that mattered to me on a personal level at work. I wrote down a couple things. I said I wanted to work on a team, and I wanted mentorship. And I actually applied for another job and went through a long interview process. And I remember feeling little pings in me again and again saying, hey, I don't know you're gonna get a team here. Hey, I don't know if you're gonna get a mentorship here. And I ultimately ended up not taking the job because I felt I was gonna be a little empty there. And I'm so glad I did, because the job that I've taken now, A, is gonna pay me accordingly. Like, I'm gonna be paid very well so I can take care of my family, but also they're gonna surround me with teammates, give me good mentorship. And the goal is not to get a job for a season. The goal for me is to get a long-term job that hopefully is the one the rest of my career. And I feel like I took a job that actually has roots now, instead of taking one that satisfies me for a temporary moment. So if you're out there thinking, hey, I want to do the Purpose Promise, you may have completely different objectives than mine. And that is okay. Like, you might say, I want to be isolated. I need some alone time during the day. Great. Like, hold to that standard. Money may not be as much of a factor. You want something that more is about a mission-driven organization where you feel like you're changing the world. Fantastic. Just make sure that you go figure out what's important to you, because again, the goal is not to get a job for 3 months, 6 months, and then jump. The goal is to find a long job, and that could be 2 years, that could be 5 years, that could be 20 years, but something where you're happy, and as the name states with Purpose Promise, you feel like you're living out your purpose, whatever that may be for you.